You see what I was talking about when they asked those questions to you? Those are the exact same questions that y'all asked.
How many votes did you take in?
You have what you
I think
want from the generation.
How much, surface area?
Don't be cheating, Randy, after you heard ours.
We heard.
Feel free to bathroom break if y'all need it. We're going in about 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Going down. So, shouldn't, why did they, would they like already better just 10 feet?
The surface area is leaning down by 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just, they can help me with questions, and I'll just go.
What do you have written?
I have written my notes, I can.
Yeah, where are you gonna put it?
Yeah.
In the wetlands and the restoration.
Yeah, can you get some, water?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, you're on TV.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll have one. Yes. Thanks. Someone get one.
This would have been so much easier earlier.
We need one more, Randy, for one more? Yeah, for Leon.
What are we doing?
Would be the.
That's project.
So bad.
I call this meeting of the Galveston County Consolidated Drainage District into order. Today we will discuss flood safety and community projects. Stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one indivisible. Never seen.
Where students are taking an active role in learning about local government works. Hi, my name is Abel, and I am the engineer.
My name is Adriana and I'm the executive director.
My name is Summer, I'm the secretary.
My name is Olivia and I'm the treasurer.
My name is Chris and I'm president.
My name is Whitney and I'm the vice president.
My name is Willow.
Member at Large.
I'm Brant and I'm in field of operations.
My name is Eliana and I'm the district secretary.
Do I have a motion to approve today's proclamation before we read it aloud?
I move to approve the agenda item. I second the movement.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Where students are taking an active role in learning how local government works.
And whereas students are exploring ways to improve their community through leadership, ideas, and problem solving.
And whereas through these efforts, students are gaining a deeper understanding of how decisions made at a local level impact neighborhoods, schools, and the environment. And whereas they are discovering that teamwork, communication, and civic participation are keys to making lasting improvements. And whereas the Galveston County Consolidation Drainage District serves as an example of how public service protects residents, preserves natural resources, and plans for the future.
And whereas the district's work demonstrates the importance of collaboration between citizens, engineers, and leaders in creating safe, healthy, and well-managed communities.
Now, therefore, the Board of the Galveston County Consolidated Drainage District recognizes all students participating in this civic engagement program
For their curiosity and creativity and commitment to learning about public service and community improvement.
And for their willingness to share new perspectives and innovative ideas that strengthen local decision.
And encourages them to continue asking questions, sharing ideas, and being active, informed citizens. In witnesses thereof, the board adopts this proclamation on December 9, 2025. So does it time for item A?
Are we not doing the? Oh, my bad. Do I have a motion to approve today's agenda item A before we discuss it?
I approve the motion. I second the motion.
All right, agenda item A.
We propose an expansion in Clear Creek that would consist of relocating the top of banks 50 feet outside of their existing location. The cost is estimated as $100 million with a 3-foot reduction in water surface elevation. Our estimate shows this project would be able to reduce flood up to $200 million worth of their properties. We've identified a grant program with FEMA. They will fund 90% of the construction costs. Meanwhile, the district will be responsible for 10% of the construction costs, equaling $10 million for GCC.
All right. Do I have a motion to vote on today's agenda item A?
I approve the agenda item. Oh, with to approve question. Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Nay. All right, motion passes 3-2. Do I have a motion to discuss agenda item B?
I approve the motion.
I second the motion.
All in favor? Or, never mind. All right, agenda item B, we are thinking of deepening Clear Creek by about 10 feet all over the Clear Creek. It will cost around $10 million. We will get a grant from the federal government, 65-35 split, so we'll only have to pay $3,500,000. it will take around 3 to 5 years. So even if we don't get the grant, which we most likely will, it'll only cost around 2 million a year. And once we dredge the Clear Creek, we will lower the surface area by around 2 feet. And we will take the dredge, the waste that we get from the dredging process, we will take it to the wetlands and we will put it there, which will act as a natural kind of water absorbing type of structure. And it will also help with flooding. That is a very large problem in our community. So that will first of all make the creek deeper, so we'll have more room to store the water, get it out of here, and also we'll get the water into the wetlands, slow it down before it can reach us as well, which will help us in 2 different ways and be just as cost effective as Plan A. Thank you. Do I have a motion to vote on agenda item B?
I approve the motion.
I second the motion.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
No.
All right, vote passes 4-1. Do I have a motion to discuss agenda item C?
I approve the motion.
I second the motion.
All right, agenda item C.
So our plan is to purchase land near the Alvin and Friendswood area. And we're going to make it a green land.
So we're gonna buy land behind the gun range and then we're going to test native plant life to see like what absorbs water best. Then we will like create the green area. And then this will help like regulate water. And it will also help people in Dickinson who like receive like the runoff from Friendswood. It's gonna be like $10 million for buying the land. And then $35 million for creating the green area. But we would like apply for a grant, hopefully like 50-50.
Thank you.
Do I have a motion to vote on agenda item C?
I approve the motion. I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Nay. Vote is agenda item C is rejected 3-2. Thank you all for your ideas and participation. Your input helps us understand the community views of flood safety. Do I have a movement to adjourn the meeting?
I approve the motion.
I second the motion.
All in favor? Aye. Meeting is adjourned.
Okay. So you can see they didn't struggle today with the ideas and they had great ideas all day. And you could tell the 8th graders, I mean, you could tell all day, y'all struggled with Robert Rules of Orders and y'all struggled with the structure of the meeting, which is probably our fault because we spent so much today with kids with flood and drainage concerns and what we do and kind of civics and stuff. They learned a lot and they had great questions. And you could tell as we've gone from the 6th grade to the 7th grade to the 8th grade, we got a little more detailed and complicated in what we present them with. They interacted a lot more today, the eighth graders did with problems and solutions. And I think that's probably our fault, 'cause they bogged down in the rules, but y'all forgot to ask questions to get into all your questions and stuff, which, yeah, I know, I can see you telling, but we want to let y'all struggle, because it's good. It's good to struggle because you learn now, things that you forget. It's good in life. People forget to do things all the time in everyday life. It's fine. But yes, there were a lot of questions y'all asked in the mock meeting. They didn't ask in here. And I wish y'all saw it. Y'all heard it out there. They asked some really good questions in the mock meeting. They had Brianne kind of stumped a couple of times, and they were asking her like all these detailed questions. She was sitting there going, "Oh my God." But y'all didn't do that to her. I was surprised. But they did learn today a lot about the creeks we manage, the two watersheds that we manage, and the differences in how we do things. And they talked about, it's funny, y'all rejected the wetlands vote, probably y'all thought it was too expensive and all that stuff. But like I said, the first vote y'all had earlier in the mock meeting on the widening and the land was interesting. And I think there were some good comments. But I'd like to hear from the parents if y'all have any questions about today. We did this with seventh graders, what they learned, or maybe ask them directly what they learned and what they thought about their experience today and what they took away from it. So please, ask me questions. Thad, you can start.
What was the one takeaway for any of you? A couple of you just think, what's your one takeaway from today? Biggest takeaway?
Better than school,
Why was it better than school?
because we got to like talk about stuff and we got to do what we wanted to like do with the materials that we
Much
had.
more engaging, right?
Yes.
Very engaging. That's great. We're grateful to the drainage district for providing that kind of opportunity. Somebody else, one more. What's your one takeaway?
I learned that there are multiple solutions to a problem, multiple ways not to do a problem, but it's bigger than like one question.
Sure. That's awesome.
Was there any one topic that you guys could not come to an agreement on? Is there one that stood out?
Not in particular, I don't think so.
You know, which ones?
Any other questions?
Parents, anything? What y'all like the most? What was y'all's favorite part of the day? Was it the interaction on the map, on the 3D map that y'all made with the water flowing and seeing how the floodplain interacts? Was it understanding maybe what a certain piece of equipment does? Or what about the monetary discussion about how limited we are here and the big problem is in this area and what y'all can really do to solve that? And what y'all think about those things? What was your favorite part of the day?
I think my favorite part was when we were like collaborating with each other and trying to problem solve solutions to the flooding in the Galveston County.
I like the one where we were doing like the fake money one, where you had like you had to spend the money on the stuff.
I like the meeting part because you gotta ask questions about stuff and you got to like actually talk and have like power.
So today Paige put a bunch of money out on the table and they said, well, how much money do we have? And Paige says, I don't know what's the number. And I said, well, you have a board treasurer, so count it. And they did. And they were the first, and they did. They counted it, they divvied it up, and then they got together and they decided what they were going to spend money on. And then we got to a little bit of civics discussion of how taxing happens and what we're trying to do here with our limited budget. So they understood that we had limited monetary power, yet we had all these things to do. And then Paige and Scott kind of told them about these federal matching grants. And I know it was kind of thrown together, but you do understand that we didn't get into it, but they understood they have to apply for these federal matching grants within these boxes and just splits. And how we get to that money is very difficult. But I liked how y'all were the first group that actually got the money and started counting and divvying up. And when y'all did that, I walked over there and then y'all's ideas were flowing pretty good. And like I said, it's funny, y'all struggled more with Robert's Rules of Order than the seventh graders did. But the seventh graders, y'all's day and y'all's questions in that interactive session was pretty advanced. So I appreciate y'all. And we learned something from y'all because I always ask y'all why, because I want to know why y'all reject something. I think the discussion I wish y'all had heard was the one why y'all rejected A in the first one. Because of the dramatic way y'all said, and they were really concerned with, what were y'all concerned with on A? Y'all tell them about the people, they all had good hearts, because your heart was in the right place. What were y'all concerned with?
We were concerned about what the public reaction would be to us buying their property to expand the creek.
That, and it would still cost them a lot of taxes to still take their houses away. So that would just be double whammy.
Whitney?
We're mostly concerned, again, what Olivia said about taking property and how the public would view that. And also be more expensive too.
So what do y'all think about, when Scott said, wow, man, 3 foot's a lot. That's like unicorn land to get that much reduction. At what point do y'all think, you can offer, like we talked about, fair market value for people's homes, but it's still homes, and some people put a value on their homes above and beyond money. So when does doing a great job for the public and solving something in this area, which is so deadly and so financially devastating, flooding drainage, when do you say we must do this and do it as lightly as you can tread on, but to get it done? What's that tipping point for y'all? Hard question.
I mean,
Could you rephrase it?
Yeah, when does it become a point where you have to make that decision? I mean, that's the decisions the government has to make at the state level, especially when you get to property and stuff like that. When does it become so important in this area? We talk about earthquakes in places, we talk about fire in places, and we talk about flooding and drainage in the Gulf Coast. If you can make a generational decision to solve something to help the masses, millions, sometimes you have to make that decision. What would push y'all over to make a decision that would be so dramatic, like Scott said, 2 to 3 feet of water surface elevation reduction up Bear Creek?
If another storm like Harvey came, even worse than Harvey.
yes, but wouldn't you want to prevent it before it happened?
Well, if we haven't already prevented it, if that came, we would want to take the extra step.
Well, it'd be better to do it before though. Stop it.
Yeah.
So that's good. No, it's good. Chris is talking about the political will to do it, to get it done, to have some foresight in year before. But what you're saying is true.
People who weren't here during Harvey might not want to do that if they have land near whatever. So they might not want to do it, but so they might not let us do it. But if a storm comes, which hopefully it doesn't, but if it does, they'll see that it's a better decision to do it.
Well, I mean, also their houses are right by the creek. They'd know that, it's probably going to flood eventually, especially in our Galveston County. We have some pretty bad weather conditions, especially, hurricanes, flooding, so just saying.
Especially like I said, proactive and like I said, reactive, you're right. So when it happens again, you're thinking it's the time to strike to make sure y'all have your ducks in a row and have a plan in place. So we don't get too far away and people start forgetting, or like you said, something to live in.
You know who else acted after the fact? Centerpoint Energy. I think we all know what Centerpoint Energy did. I'm just saying.
I was trying to perk up a little bit. Well, again, I just want to hand these out, but thank y'all for letting us rock. See, they were more percolate. See, this is more how they, this is how y'all should be in the meetings. You have to really mix it up. But I like it.
Someone wouldn't let us ask questions.
Well, I realized that after they already, after we already. You told me on the third one. I
told you before.
No, you did not.
Hey, you can outvote that. You can outvote that more roasting guy. Thank y'all again. I'm gonna hand these out to you. All right? Don't let me put your names up. Bren Trailer. That was pretty right. We get a picture with all of them. David Zoo, is that right?
He's not here.
Okay.
He didn't want to come.
Bren here. Take that for him. Abel Kruger. A staying mindset. And are y'all really class of 30?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness, that is so unbelievable. Summer Davis. Hello, Gardner. Chris. Thank you. Yes, sir. Olivia Driscoll. Adriana DeVore.
I just want to.
What? Eliana Castro. Come on up here so we can get a picture of y'all. Board members, Jim. Jay, Kim. Is David here by chance? Okay. Those guys. Yes, absolutely, yeah. You know, this is Jim Gibson. He's more than the world here.
Hi, kids. How y'all? All of it sounds pretty good.
In school. See that means school, right?
I'm hard back there.
Can I say that right now?
Jimbo lives in. You get Jim over here, kind of that, there we go. Everyone pretend you like each other for a minute, come fold in.